what sets me apart is just being myself, just making music that I love. I don't force myself to. I don't go to the studio and be like, I have to make a hit today. Like, I don't follow no trends. No, I just go to the studio. I have to make music that I love.
No.
And it has to be real, because like I said, like, this talent is God-given, you know what I mean? Like, he knows the story even before we are writing it now. So for me, I try to enjoy the best out of what I do.
Okay.
I try to be very intentional with everything I do. As much as I enjoy it, there's a direction to it. So I feel like maybe my direction is what sets me apart, because what am I doing in Kuala Lumpur or in Malaysia, or what am I doing in Japan? But then also you think about it like, why not? Why shouldn't I? You know what I mean? Like, we're here, we have Beyonce on our radio, so why can't Hot 99 America have King Promise on their radio?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
But has it been everything you ever thought it would be? Getting into
the career been?
Yes.
Bro, it's been a beautiful journey, bro. But the funny thing is, like, my foresight is crazy. Like, I have my sight set on bigger things.
The vision?
Yeah.
You don't catch that yet?
Nah.
What are you thinking about? What do you see when you close your eyes?
When you close your eyes, I see darkness. I'm just playing. I'm really trying to carve a niche for myself where, when you mention, what are the biggest artists in the world, not just African artists, like, people don't need to think too much. They have to say King Promise,
Mm-hmm.
And also just literally
top of mind,
people.
the biggest artist.
Yeah, like top of mind. And it's not just being big for big sake, but also because of impact. And, just how I've driven my culture to the rest of the world, and how I've let them know that what we have over here is beautiful, and how it won't be just me walking through those doors, but other people coming through those doors as well. Because I said this the other day, and there wasn't no shade, but from when I got signed to a major label, there was no one signed to a major. I signed to Sony, and then eventually everyone started getting signed, and everything started changing. I'm like, okay, if it took them to see that, this guy, there's something where he came from, so we have to go back there and get some more, you understand?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it, you understand? And even going on tour, and these promoters seeing that, wait, Ghanaians can make these numbers. And I see other people doing it as well, you know what I mean? And even me, I'm really down to collaborate. For me, I don't see no one as competition. I see my people as, I believe in healthy competition, if anything.
Healthy competition?
Yeah, of course.
How would you define that? How would you define healthy competition?
It's very simple.
Tell me.
If I watch you, you should make me better. You should make me want to go harder.
Okay.
And the same way when you watch me, or when you see me do my thing, I should make you want to also take it a step higher.
Yeah.
That's healthy competition. It's not me seeing you doing, or you see me doing, be like, why is it him and not me? That's a dead mentality. But it should be, damn, that my guy did this. Yeah, it's not far from me too, Yeah, that's healthy.
Being an inspiration.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, folks, we're live on Joy Prime TV. We're also live on YouTube. We are live on X and Facebook as well. You guys can come in with your questions for the Artist of the Year 2025, the 26th Telecel Ghana Music Awards. The guy who hold the crown himself, he day in the building, Charlie. No, we forgive him another one.
There's another name they call him, Nungwa something. Nungwa Trisong.
Bro, there's so many names they call me.
Nungwa Trisong.
Charlie.
That one I know here.
Social media. They
people will move to you regardless.
I'm telling you. Ken, prior to you gradually, doing your thing, always focused and all that, there's this perception that your focus is more in the outside world compared to Ghana, where there's that perception that you kind of don't even have a fan base here. Unlike, how the other artists have something like that. They call, this is that.
I just, so then I think about it, right? I'm like, is it because when I started, I didn't have a fan army name? is that the case?
Maybe because I think most of the artists, and even
not everyone has a fan army name,
yes.
And it shouldn't be based off that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe my feet is not deeply rooted here. I actually made sure everything was set here to the point where I realized it is time to take it out before I went out. I didn't just start and be like, forget home. Home is what made me. Home is still making me. And if anything, I still come back to home. You see, I don't have a some people choose to say that this guy didn't have a solid fan base, whatever. But every time I dropped, I went number one. So was it robots listening, or it's not bots on the internet? You know what I'm saying? Like it's real people. And then I have my own festival, Promised Land, from when I literally came fresh.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that has also always sold out. So there's people on the ground. It's just not, maybe everyone has a different type of fan base. You understand what I mean? But when it comes to,
you don't see the need of putting them into a collective.
Oh no, I called them 5-Star Army now.
5-Star Army.
Yeah, but before it wasn't the case of giving them a name. I even put it on Twitter sometimes. I'm like, you guys, what name should I call you guys? Because I don't know what name to give my fans. But if you guys give me a name, I'll take it. And then obviously, eventually I've settled on 5-Star Army. But really and truly, my fans have showed out when they need to show out, because when the songs come, you can tell their numbers. You know what I mean? And I see the numbers at the back of my, you go at the back end,
you see them,
and I see the Accra, I see the Kumasi, I see the I see they're listening, bro. So those ones, I don't see the
reason for
the validity in those conversations.
But when it comes to fan armies, they can be, for artists, they can be weaponized one way or the other. You know? And I've seen fan base move to even the artists that they support. You understand? Like, you do something in the PC and say, Yusuf, Charlie, for move to you now. Has there ever been has there ever been a situation like that with you and your people, like 5-Star Army? Like you put something out, you put a material out, and like you see them being lethargic towards it. There's never been.
Not necessarily. The only thing I face is they always want more music.
They want more music.
I'm like, I just dropped a song last week. You know what I mean? And they're like, can we get another one already? You know what I mean? Which is a beautiful thing to know that they constantly want you to supply them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
But when it comes to music releases, do you have a specific timing for them?
Not necessarily, but also I take into consideration the time in the season. So there's some type of records you drop around Christmas or around summertime, because it's a joy or jolly, season. Or there's music you drop first quarter of the year because it's like calm and people want to listen. Like I dropped Terminator first quarter of the year because now it's like it's people want to hear. It's not just about dancing.
Life.
You understand? It's like, so those I take into consideration. Yeah,
you've had successful tours outside the country. You've defied odds. I mean, when we talk about mounting a stage in winter.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yo.
Like, how do you do that?
Yo.
Yeah. I'm like, why are you guys coming off of me in the cold?
Bro, how hard or how easy was it when the team came up with the idea that, look, we're going to hit them in the winter? You don't be Jon Snow, so.
First of all, I don't like the cold. Me myself. But, there's been times where I'm like, are we really doing this? But also schedules, like for example, last year when I did my world tour after the album drop, I went everywhere. So I went to Canada before I had to go to Asia. And I went to the Middle East before I went to Asia. Then I went to Australia. Then I had to come back to Europe, and then before I done America this year. And you can't do all of those in a specific time. It has to be spread across, and it only happened that available time I had to do Europe was almost winter time. So I was like, yeah, we'll do it. Like, I believe my fans will come out, like, but you don't do a show around that time. Like, it's cold and everyone's just trying to work and go home. I'm like, this is the time we have, we're going to make it work. So we just push, do the promo, put the music out, just done my thing, and I just believe my fans will show up. And having to sell out a venue in December in the UK.
We're there in their numbers. We're there in their numbers.
But are you the hands-on type of artist? Do you get involved in the promotion?
I am very hands-on. I am very hands-on. I'll do every video they ask me to do. I'll do whatever drop they need me to do. I'll post as much as I can. I don't like to do too much on my page, but I'll make you aware that this is happening. So whatever they need me to do, and I'm also very behind when it comes to the creative planning with everything creatively. I'm behind it. Okay. I don't leave it to them. I don't be like, from how I look, you know, my dressing, to my sound design, to even just the engineer for the live, you know, front of house, to how my stage to look, to like I'm very hands-on. Yeah.
These experiences, I'm sure they have a way of shaping you and shaping your thoughts, your artistic skills, and all that.
Yeah.
How has it affected you? These experiences, like traveling worldwide, I mean, mounting these stages, how has it affected you?
It just makes it clear to me that there's a market for it. You know, when I go to all these places and I see how far the music has traveled, just like I said, what's my appetite? It makes me want to push more. But also just growth in seeing levels and standards as well. Because I've done several festivals across the world and I've seen like standards. That's why you can, if you were at Promised Land last year, you could tell that this is levels apart from everything that happened. Because I told the guys, like, we can't go and do all these great things and come to Ghana and do mediocre stuff. Like, we have to also up the level. Even if it's not up to that level, it should be the highest level we could get where we are with the resources we have. So I'm like, okay, fly this person in, bring this person in, let's make sure we give them a show, you know, for their money. Okay. Understand? So it's basically making sure that we up the standards. We are also in the conversations in those rooms. I'm like, why not? Like,
let's push it.
Yeah, why not?
But these experiences, when you compare that to, Charlie, what we have here, and setting up for an event, I mean, let's even zone in on events, right? You've seen big stages. You've seen how they're being managed, like backstage and also on the main stage, you know, in dealing with you as an artist and even dealing with your management. Are we on the right course here in Ghana? Are we on the right course?
I mean, if you compare, it won't be fair.
But that's what I'm saying. Are we on the right course?
And there's more we can do. Okay, so should I put it that way? There's more we can do with regards to professionalism. I feel like that's the first thing, being very professional. Also, just being more visionary as to where this can go and how far it should go. Because usually it's like you see a show and I see like a statement. People just see like a show, people just coming together and playing and going, but I see something that could start a whole movement. It's really like just expanding our mindsets and knowing that these things that we're doing actually will influence generations. So when we're doing it, we should do it to the best of our ability. You understand what I'm saying? So even with, like, we shouldn't take things for granted. That's what I mean by professionalism as well, because a lot of things that could be handled better maybe are not. But I feel like it's gotten to the point where our shows are also leveling up. Like, people actually do have the stuff. If you need them to happen in Ghana, you will. Like, if you've been to Promised Land, you see. If you've been to Dirty Rave, you see. Bro, Afro Nation came here. Why did they come here? They didn't do it anywhere in Africa. They tried in Nigeria and it failed. But it did happen in Ghana. So it means if we want it to happen, it can happen. It's really also mindset and just us really just being super professional.
We need to see it from a different perspective.
Yeah. Okay. Because now Ghana is the gateway. Everyone wants to come here. True. You know, when you go anywhere, like, oh, you're from Ghana, like, oh, Dirty December, year of return, you understand? So it's like we have something going for us where we have to capitalize as well.
Being out there, Dorian, you have something for him?
I wanted to find out your social media. Do you handle it yourself?
Yeah, from time to time.
From time to time. And, you know, sometimes, are you particular, deliberate about what you post on there and what not to post? And then for your fans, it's those who come on there to comment, you know, usually they would want that thing where they comment.
You get a reply?
Get a reply.
They actually do from time to time. Sometimes I just open my, because it can be a lot, you know. Like, it really can be a lot.
Go blow up.
Yeah, you have almost 2 million followers on Instagram, almost 2 million on Twitter. You have over 1 million on Facebook. You have like 1 million on stuff. It's a lot of people. So you can't reply everybody. But when I do open my Instagram and I check my DMs, I do reply sometimes, you know. I do show people love. Like, I do, because sometimes just a text that will make someone stay, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just a like, sometimes it's just a comment. And I don't see no big deal in throwing a comment in there. I don't see no big deal in saying, thank you for the love, or I love you back. You know, I don't see the big deal in all of that. So I do it from time to time. And sometimes it's even requests, like, I need to pay my fees, so I need to do this, and I need to do that. You don't even know the validity of what they're saying, if it's true or not, or it's just, I'll bet you kakra. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? From in my heart, I think this lady who has to pay these school fees for her 2 children is true. So even if she's lying, in my heart, I done the real thing, and I'll just do it. You know what I mean? So it's really just, I do it from time to time.
Yeah, you speak about all these things, and sometimes I wonder, you're one person who likes to be private about what you give to people.
Yeah.
Literally, like I can say the whole of Nungwa. I don't know who doesn't know how you give, especially the orphanage over there, and then the kids and all that. You're very particular about that thing. I'm not saying that you should put it out there, but of course, I mean, sometimes it's just okay. We see some of these things, but you just want to keep it on the low.
I mean, I do my best, and I don't believe in just, shouting about it because you've done it. It's just me, I mean, people are different. Someone will do it and they will let everyone know, but I'm cool. But every year we do the charity events. Apart from what I do in Nungwa, we actually also take it elsewhere. Like last year in December, I did one in Medina, where we give the kids food, we give them clothes. We had a health station, people getting checked with doctors from America. We had a tech station for kids with like ideas, who want to build stuff. We had listen, it's something I have a passion for, so it will always happen. I always like give back, because it's just a blessing to be in a position where you can actually help, because I've been in a position where there wasn't much of help for me myself, before I even blew up. I'm from Nungwa, it was limited resources. So if there's a case where some money will change someone's life, or just paying their fees will keep them keep them good, and it will change the trajectory of their lives. So I'm blessed to be available to do that.
You love kids.
I do, but I don't have one yet.
Plan to have one anytime
100%.
soon?
Yeah, I definitely like to have a family eventually. I mean, yeah.
We can't wait. Can't wait.
So I'm still a baby boy.
with some of the charity things that you've been doing, I mean, you rather do it personal. I mean, intimate, quite intimate. You like that session?
Yeah, some of them no one hears about, but the ones I do with my partners in America, we do announce it, so that we can get the whole community to come out. Okay. From mothers to kids to the ones I do with my brands that I partner with. For example, when I went to Rage with EcoBank to pay for the mothers who just had kids and couldn't pay for the bills. That because we wanted to make sure that we are paying for the right people, so that they can also go on, because it's sad that you have to pay maybe some 500 or 1,000 cedis, and you had a baby and you can't take the baby home to just be in your own bed. That was crazy. So like those ones that I do with my brands and stuff, you do hear of them, things I've done with like High Sense and all of that. But there are some ones that I don't do. Streets one with myself, I come out from pocket. Every day.
They throw money.
Me I be mugu. Mugu, be like boys, they see me mugu, because every time they collect me, but I be cool, bro. Street love,
but you don't believe in the because I'm saying this because you're cool with Shatta. Shatta has that, the vibe of throwing money out. You throw money?
I mean, it's not that I haven't done it before. I have, but it's not my style like that.
It's not your style.
But I'll probably give you on the low rather than throw it.
You go in for the Sami Jamfi type. That one, the personal. Go hold out. Kim promises our special guest this morning, Artist of the Year, the 26th Telecel Ghana Music Awards, and he's telling us that this is his first time winning it, and he is now soaking it in.
Yes.
Or embracing he's the marinating body for the team inside.
He's just gassing me early morning. I don't know why
he's come to kill beats.
Early morning, he's just shouting this. I'm like, bro, when
it comes to kill beats,
he's a vibe. When
it comes to kill beats, but from Nungwa to the rest of the world. What is that one thing that you've learned that you believe your people can also adopt, and is going to be a plus to whether cultural wise, whether anything that your people can adopt?
My message has always been clear. If I can do it, you can do it. That's really what I want the youth from where I'm from to believe, because I grew up in Adogono. Just behind the railway. There's no way I dreamt of days like this where I get phone calls from presidents, or I'm hanging with ambassadors, or I'm hanging with, like, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, when I was in university, my mom had to struggle to see me through school, and I didn't even know what I was going to do with my life after, because my father no go fit call some uncle, they put me for some job position and nothing. If I finish, I get a degree, whichever job I will get, I will go do. By God's grace, I blew. So I was like, okay, this is the path I'm gonna take. This one is carved out for me. So to see where I am today, and I know where I come from. My people know, if you're from where I'm from, you know Nungwa SDA Park. They know that if I can sit here today, if I can go on a world tour, if I can turn the lives of my family around, they can do it too. Really and truly, like, don't think less of yourself. I'm not more human than anybody else. We are all the same people. But just the fact that I am from where you're from and I've made it this far should make you know that you should believe in your dreams and you should chase it.
Okay. Yeah. You've been able to successfully do music.
We are still doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, such a story so far. I mean, definitely. There will come more than this. Yeah. But you have something that is being like songs that connect people from different parts of the world. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter if we throw on a Kim Promise song in Jakarta or in Dubai, wherever, and people are jamming to it, singing to it, and relating to it. What do you think is the key? What is the key to that thing?
Honestly, when I saw the songs going off in, for example, Jakarta, but when I had my headline show in Jakarta and it sold out, I was like,
what is this?
You know? That was different. I didn't see it happening. It was very random because that's Southeast Asia, right?
Yeah.
So that was like quite interesting. But I realized it was something on TikTok that went off, and the whole country, the whole Indonesia and the rest of that side of Asia just caught onto it. And from just the lyrics being crazy, there was the dance as well. Don't forget. So shouts to Dance God Lloyd and his team, but all of those just caught on fire. I feel like people just really, they what I've been fighting for, what I believed in, which is making music that's not just for home but for home and the rest of the world, was what was happening. Usually it's happened in Europe a lot, you know, like I would land in Amsterdam and like I'm number one on the radio. Like Tokyo was number one on the radio in Amsterdam, Commando was number one on the radio. So I'm like, that's Europe. They speak English, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's like, there's a lot of Africans in the diaspora who, you know, are out there. But Asia is different. So that was
new.
Yeah, quite surprising for me. And it wasn't like a feat anybody had done before. Because I saw that the biggest beach club in the world in Bali, it's like 5,000 people. You know what I mean? I'm like, it doesn't make no sense. I hadn't even done that in America yet. I still haven't done 5,000 in America. You know what I mean? So, unless it's a festival, which I have. But I was like, this is something special, so we have to go there. You know what I mean? And then we went there and then we saw it. So, bro, like, the feeling is just beautiful seeing, you know, what we're doing. I'm glad that the music is crossing the borders. It's really what I wanted. If I said I had an answer to all those questions, you don't know the key. It's just grace and people just loving my music, you know?
Yeah. People keep saying hit songs are divine. Do you also want to stick to that notion?
Yeah, music is spiritual, bro. It takes you out of a place, and also some can put you in a place. It could be nostalgic, where it will take you back to, you can remember exactly where you were when you heard it and how you felt. If it was a happy moment, you know. If it was an ex you used to be in bed with, you remember, like, I remember this was our song. You know what I mean? It is spiritual. You know what I mean? And it could be when you were in high school and, you know, that was you and your best friend's song. You know what I mean? Or it really is spiritual, and it is divine, because it can uplift your mood. Even when you're sad, you're like, sometimes me, when I'm trying to sleep, I just put music on, I sleep.
What type of music?
Exactly.
Oh, I listen to everything, bro. But I love R&B when I'm trying to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your favorite R&B song?
Oh, I have a few. Right, I have a
three?
few. I can't say song, but currently my favorite R&B artist has to be SZA. Obviously, I'm a big Drake fan. And Chris Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, you have any plans of international collaborations with these artists?
100%. These are people like I'm looking forward to making some music with, honestly. Yeah, because I like to make music with people I'm a fan of. Like anybody you see me on a song with is somebody whose music I actually love. I just don't do it for numbers or because label put it together. You know, I've done it before and I wasn't happy with myself for doing it because we just did it because they were like, yeah, on this graph it makes sense.
Yeah,
and I
this
did
person
it.
get numbers for here.
Maybe it did work, but I didn't like the fact that I did it out of just doing it for doing sake, not because I wanted to or I felt like it. So I pride myself in making music with people that I love, people whose music I'm a big fan of.
But I know most artists with big labels will sit down. I think Davido once said that when he had the deal with I think Sony or one of them labels, that was like, Charlie, we are putting you in a room with all these big.
I fight them, bro. It's a fight. When I'm in I don't do label meetings. My managers do. But when I'm in whenever I get to London, I have to be in the label meeting. It's a fight. It's not a fight as in it's angry, but it's a fight because I don't like.
You don't want them to touch your.
No, I don't want anyone to mess with my creativity. Like when it comes to my creative ideas, I want you to. It's good to advise me. It's good to direct me, but don't impose on me. You know what I mean? And the good thing is my label has always known that, so they leave me to do what I like. Like no one tells me what kind of songs to make. You don't tell me to go and make hip hop or R&B. They can say, "Oh, what do you think of this? Did you want to try it?" That's the most they will do. And if I like it, I will try it. You know, or if I think what they're saying makes sense, or we actually. You can tell when they are hell bent on it, like, oh, you need to, then, you know. But I have freedom to create. And that even from Ghana, like, Kill Beats always made sure that I didn't have to make every song with Kill Beats, you know? Like, I made songs with other people that, you know, were hits, but whatever me and him made too were crazy. You understand? I hadn't made a song with Kill Beats for almost like a year, and then when we made Terminator, it just went off. You know what I mean? But I was still making music. I was making Perfect Combi with Guilty, or making Paris with Rage in Nigeria. So it's that creative freedom I've always had, and that I don't let go.
Well, Kim Promise is still our special guest this morning, and we're live on Joy Prime. We're live on X, Facebook, and YouTube as well. So jump in. If you have a question, let us know. We will ask him. He is in the studio today. Kim Promise to you for Ask We Question some. Today to you for Ask We Question, and we. Sister, do you have something for?
You know, King likes football too.
Yes.
I wanted to find out from, because every now and then sometimes he hangs out with some friends, they play football, they go to certain pitches. At least I know that the one in my area, they've been there. I haven't personally gone there to watch them, but
football.
Yeah, football. Yeah, the one
where in Ghana.
Yes, you go on the pitch. I think the one.
Yeah, I just played last week.
Yeah, I know you like football, and
I love it.
A lot of people don't really know that, like, you do that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to find, like, the football. Do you choose the places to play, or you just like to be in your hood to do it?
I really like to be in my hood to do it, so I used to go back to Nungwa a lot, or Sakumono to play. But these days, I don't have the time. So wherever I am, like if I'm in America, I play. There's one place I play in America, in Virginia, which is nice. My family is close to that, so that's okay. Or the new place I play is where the guys started playing, because I don't know how, but now Payday plays football. So Payday can come in. So before I came to Ghana, like, player, we get new park. When you come, we go park.
Wow.
So then I went with them, and it was nice. So yeah, I try to play whenever I can. I thought I would be a footballer because that was one of my passions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Position, Ben Albo?
I'm a midfielder.
Midfielder.
Yeah. So I always loved football. I always wanted. If football doesn't work, then we'll try music.
Yeah.
Or we'll get a job. And then music worked, and then I was like, forget the football, Yeah. But I've always stayed in touch with my football, my love for football, my love for Chelsea.
Yeah,
I have a lot of great football players. Yeah, most of the boys.
You support Chelsea?
Yeah. Most of my boys who.
Why are they laughing?
No, I time for anybody. It's all good.
But as a midfielder, real quick, top 3 midfielders, greatest.
Michael Essien, Frank Lampard, Steven Appiah.
Okay, so currently, bring it into the new generation.
Currently,
top 3.
I mean,
midfielders.
I consider Cole Palmer a midfielder.
You still?
Yeah, I like Cole Palmer. I think he's a midfielder. I mean, he goes forward, but he's an attacking midfielder, midfielder, which is fine. Caicedo.
Okay.
And
Hey, Charlie.
Pedri is bad.
Pedri.
Yeah.
He knows his football.
And Kwamba Basaka.
Oh, forget the story.
We'll do you something small for that.
Chouameni.
But with respect to football, Hits FM Rep Your Jersey is on, and I don't know the two teams that are in the finals for the UEFA Champions League.
Yeah.
We have Inter Milan, we have PSG going head to head. Who do you think is going to win?
Oh, you know what? I don't be betting, or I don't be doing, because every time I choose something, I don't like someone to lose, and I chose that person. I hate it. But if you're asking my team,
the team that has the advantage of winning,
bro, I feel like is equal because, mind you, Inter beat Barca. I wouldn't think that was gonna happen, but then you see the type
they didn't beat us.
It's Italian football, bro.
They didn't beat you. They didn't beat us.
It was tough. 3-3.
Yes.
And 4 makes sense, but PSG as well are having the best time of their life right now. They're having a great season. They won the league. They hadn't lost in the league till they lost that game. That I think the 2 games ago.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be quite tight. And you're Chelsea's in family.
And Shadan
family. We'll watch it for loving football.
You know, I think I'll call Ken probably a brand ambassador for Rep Your Jersey.
Yes.
He's been there quite a number of times. Like he's been there.
Yeah, advertising now.
Yeah, advertising. Yeah. Ken is. I mean, he's a brother. He's a friend to Rep Your Jersey. He's always there to watch with us. I don't know if this year he's gonna make the time.
What's the date again?
31st of May.
Oh.
Nikroma.
I think I'll be here.
You'll be around.
I think I'll be here. Because if I'm not here, are we going to that thing?
Which one?
I can't say it, can I?
I
can't say it. Yeah.
You can't say it.
But it's for Ghana, so it's fine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
it's for Ghana.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, let's get back into the Artist of the Year convo.
Yeah.
Now,
I think
as a winner, your biggest competitor on the night, who do you think it was?
It was a few names. You know, when the race started, I was on tour, so I wasn't really like checking for it. And then I go on Twitter, I see, and, you know, obviously Charles Kwaku Smoke, he's been killing it. He dropped like 2 albums that really done really well back home, and you know, I love his stuff. I went to his show. Like I put he didn't know I was coming, and I put a surprise. I went on the stage. I did like a song or 2.
Yeah.
So you know,
I see you for there.
Yeah. So you know, Charles Smoke, Paluta. We've never met, you know. Like we've never we've never. We were on the same show in Wasajrapa, right? And I think he performed before I went on, so I didn't see him. But I love his music. Like I was telling the guys, like that's my guy. You know what I mean? And also obviously Stonebwoy as well. He's been doing this, you know, for you know a long time before we even started. So everyone on there, I feel like, you know, it deserved to be in there, and we're very, very good, like healthy competitors. And I'm glad that, you know, it's a good sport. You know what I mean?
Okay. What did you make of the gospel aspect? I mean, Joe Metal was in the Team Eternity. Listen to the
Shouts Team Eternity. I really love what they done last year as well. I didn't know of them, and then, you know, obviously that song just went crazy. You know what I mean? So I was like, who's this? You know. And then, shouts to Joe Metal. That was a legend. You know what I mean? I've met him. I have met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.